Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Try. My name is Retromation. This is Million Monster Militia, an army drafting roguelike, kind of in the style of a Luck Be a Landlord, that I'm very excited to be checking out again here today. I first played the demo for this somewhere over a year ago at this point, and it's out now in 1.0, so in we are gonna go to see what it's all about now. The year is 2074, of course. Oh yes, America was peaceful for a time. That time is over. Natural wonders are no more. Only rubble and ashes remain, where once there were purple mountains and amber waves of grain. Great titans have conquered the survivors, and their rule is harsh. You must travel the country and recruit a militia. Gather civilians, soldiers, tax accountants, and clergy. Add wild beasts, sentient plants, robots, and laser frogs. Forge a weapon that will seek the hearts of every titan and thrust it home to free your country one city at a time. In Million Monster Militia. Ah, yes, it's good to be back. What a wild game. Here we go. Okay, ooh. So we have kind of like a new little map thing here. Current possible recruits, humans, terrain. It says no to all of them. I'm assuming that's not the case. All right. Unlocks common and uncommon humans. Prologue. Okay. Species 7361. Okay, here we go. We are in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, of course. Go ahead and hit the deploy. So we're sending out a couple humans here. So where do we get to see? Yeah, here's our militia. This is our squad that we have. It's just a bunch of standard civilians. They have no special effects or anything. When we press deploy, they will scatter them out to all of these spaces here. Oh, wait, is there an extra space here and here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have these 25 spaces. They're going to be placed kind of randomly here. There will be some that are like, oh, when it's adjacent to this, it'll do this. And all kinds of wild game-breaky effects. But for now, we just have 5 guys that do 1 damage each. All right. Add to your militia. Okay, here we go. So they're all humans. So it will get unhinged in the future. But for now, we actually have kind of a clean little pool. Add a book to your militia if there are fewer than 5 are deployed. After you generate 10, mark itself for destruction. Paramedic will unmark all humans, beasts, and monsters in any 2 squares. Okay. All right. Unmark them from destruction. Marks adjacent books for destruction. Deal the player's missing health as bonus damage. Transforms each adjacent soldier into a civilian. So we already only have civilians. I feel like we could go for the writer for now. And then maybe we'll get the biologist after, right? So sure. The sucker's going to make some books for us. That he added a book into our militia, of course. If adjacent to 2 books and not marked for destruction or transformation, replace all 3 in your militia with a bookshelf. Okay. All right, you all go. We do have the phone here. I feel like this was an ability that we can do. Soldier, let's look at the uncommons. Marks adjacent books for destruction, receiving permanent +2 to its base damage every time. I feel like we have to do that, right? Feels like that just makes sense. Internal Affairs Officer allows the ability to super protect a unit, removing IAO instantly. Can also dismiss a unit once per round, up to 3 times, then removes IAO. What on God's green earth? I feel like the biologist makes sense, right? So, if the biologist, you're the writer, you're the biologist. If you are by a book, then you will destroy it and permanently get better. I mean, that seems like a logical choice then already. We are getting a little bit bodied here. I do wonder if that is going to be like an on-purpose force loss kind of a thing. More books. Because how's it looking? We're doing 8 damage right now, and we have this much HP. Game dev. Deployed units with 0 base damage receive this unit's base damage this round. Do the books have 0? They do only have 0. I mean, that's an idea. Obviously, they're going to be eventually destroyed. Transforms every adjacent unit to the next in the sequence. So turns scrap metal into empty canister, into silver, into gold, into scrap metal. Okay, interesting. I feel like you kind of only want one biologist in that kind of general idea. But the game developer makes it so our books do damage as well. All right, all right. Maybe we are able to do this. We could add another writer, just really get it up there. Destroy adjacent empty canisters, adding 11 grenades to your militia. Okay. I mean, we could get another biologist, obviously, but for now, let's just fill up our squad as fast as possible, because it seems like they want us dead. So you destroyed the book. We have a bookshelf as well there. Okay. We don't really need another game developer. Unmark all humans, etc., etc. Super protect a unit. Marks adjacent undead for destruction. That's not... Grants +3 bonus damage to adjacent books and waters? Sure. Okay, so this is going to go up to... That's doing 6 damage there. Okay, all right. Okay, we can absolutely do this. It is possible. Even without all the extra useful stuff. There was just so much text on the priest one that I didn't even see that extra bit about the books there. Twix. Bookshelf. Adjacent humans and demons do twice as much damage. If there are no adjacent humans or demons for 3 deployments, it goes away. All right. Yeehaw. Species dead. Are we there yet? It was tighter than I needed it to, or, would have liked. Humans are now unlocked. Commons, only common and uncommon. So we'll, unlock more stuff for our pool here. And you can, looks like we'll eventually get different starting squads. Unlocks common and uncommon items. Unlocks terrain and structures. Go for items. The Griffin Door. Okay. Why does he look like... Looks like King Kong. But he definitely looks like a griffin. Okay. All right. So we start over. What do we have now? We just got a standard little squad. Right? Interesting. Boss, but this is a boss 1 out of 5. Gotcha. Okay, so that first thing was just I would say a tutorial, but it is just kind of just get in there. Just don't worry about it. Oh, okay, so we already have options for items here. If you have less than 5 HP, heals you by 1 and then goes away. Double the damage of all adjacent units, and then it marks itself for... Permanent +5 base damage to every adjacent human. I mean, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Roman Candle does 5 damage, but it only lasts for 5 turns. Unfortunate that the strength serum only hit 1 person. But that's a permanent upgrade to that one guy, right? Ah! Maybe we can just keep on getting more. Super protect a unit. Up to 3 times, then removes IAO. We don't have any soldiers. 10 times bonus damage from all units in the column in front of this. Marks itself and all those units for destruction. Ugh. Gold, a permanent +1 base damage to every adjacent unit. So it's basically a worse version of the strength serum. But I feel like empty canister, this is something we'd take if we wanted to then get either alchemists, doctors, or anarchists. Ooh. Okay, so we got a permanent +1 on all those. I do want to get some more units out, though. Transforms adjacent civilians into soldiers. If adjacent to 2+ civilians, get a permanent +1. So my concern with that is it going to completely... if it is by the one with the 7 damage, does it reset it? Let's find out. This is one with 1 damage, so it's not even going to matter. All right. There's some gum at the bottom. Definitely don't mind just going for the strength serum here. So you have 12 damage. Here's my concern. Okay, you still have 12 damage. Okay, good. Okay, good. It was a little bit risky, but I was willing to go for it. Protect adjacent units and gain +1 base damage for each. If more than 3 Aegises are on the battlefield and adjacent, they will merge, transferring the sum total of their base damage. Huh. It's not a permanent +1 to the base. So, like, the more things this is by, the better. Transferring the sum total of their base damage. Cannot be destroyed. I mean, it seems interesting, but I feel like we're going to need more units. But thankfully, we do have 5 fights. What's the Mayday button do for us? Do 10 times your last attack's damage. Once per run. I think no. Okay, we could just keep on going for more of these. There's not much wrong with that. If you have more than 3 on the battlefield and adjacent, they will merge, transferring the sum total of their base damage. Can't be destroyed. I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Paramedic is, like, nice for safety. Gold, we could obviously get some increase in our base damage, but it's just not that great. Power pellet, who cares? I don't need to double my stuff right now. So, to be clear. Oh. Protects adjacent units and gains +1 base damage for each. So, is adjacent only... Well, no, if adjacent was this, then it would have... Huh. Alright. Does it need to protect them in order to get that effect? Possibly. Alright, here we go. Now we are... maybe, unfortunately, now we keep our squad. Yeah, I don't know. 0 damage. I'm not sure that these are getting any kind of an increase. It may well be +1. I mean, I kind of want to get a 3rd one just anyways. Game developer, soldier. Do we have... We only have 1 civilian left. If adjacent to 2+ civilians. Nah. I'm kind of thinking this might actually be our reroll. The game developer is a fine choice, though, because it at least will increase these. And then maybe when they merge, we'll actually see a little bit of juice happen as well. Strength serum seems quite logical. Seems like there's nothing really wrong with it. +5 base damage. Oh. And we can see you're at 7. So that's permanent here. Okay. All right. Add a skeleton or ghost to your militia, marking itself for destruction after it does this 3 times. Meh. I'm going to try and get the 3rd. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll combine and we'll see what the hell is happening. But for now... Wait. 8? The hell? How'd the game developer get up to 8? Oh, the game developer got the strength serum. So 0 cost stuff is actually really, really good now. It's like really good now. So if we get the thing that makes books, that would actually become quite useful as well. Civilian. I mean, we could just grab a civilian. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, power pellet's good, but it's like, it's not long-term benefits is the thing. Ooh. I don't think they'll... Oh. Oh, wait, it did absorb. It did absorb. The phrasing on it They didn't all merge, for what it's worth. Okay. Because, yeah, now we're down to 2. You have 10 damage, you have 10 damage. I think it's really just... I don't think we're going to really gimmick our way out of it. I mean, I might as well take another one, because it does quite a bit of damage. In the sense that it's doing our game developers damage, which is actually ended up pretty high. But when they merge, only 2 of them combine like that. That's kind of interesting. Basically, if I take the gold, it's like, I hope that I'm just going to have to hope that it's by the game developer or whatever. We're getting this guy. Not a problem at all. We get 1 reroll every time, I think. Kind of looks like it. Internal, yeah, affairs officer instantly. Is this something I'm going to pick this? Do I get to choose? You're the internal affairs officer. Gotcha. Oh, I can select the specific unit. Gotcha. All right. It's like a very intentional, like, I want to save this one. I didn't know we gained a whole new ability. There we go. A writer. That's what I was looking for. We can get the books. Those books should have the value of our game dev, which is silly. It's Wordle. If you were to guess this creature's name in 6 tries or fewer, you would be compelled to send a screenshot of all your attempts to your friends. Okay. All right, all right. We got the same squad, yeah? Yeah, we do. Book has 15 attack. No reason to save these here. Like, what would I be trying to protect at this point? Grenades, silver. Transforms an adjacent were-dragon into a monster hunter. Of course, of course. Meh. We could skip it, but there's no reason to skip it when we could go for the gold. Except if the gold buffs a, if it buffs a book, I guess that's bad, I suppose. On the next fight, we could go for power pellets. Right now, I think that there's still not necessarily a point. All right, strength serum game dev. Not quite. It really, is it going to mess up the book? No, because it's not a human. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's actually perfect. Great. Do we need to protect anything? Nope. Okay, okay, okay. The lack of music here is almost scary. In a weird, weird way. Destroys adjacent empty canisters, adding 11 grenades. I don't think I need that. I could just get an empty canister, and it will just... It'll copy my game dev. And I feel like that's just good enough because we have so many spaces that we really might as well just add stuff at this point. Nope, we got a bookcase. That's, I think that's good. That is good. We like that. Mark adjacent books for destruction. I don't think I want to do that anymore. I don't think on this one we want the biologist. We just take the empty canisters. Ooh, okay, so 38! So if the game dev gets multiplied... Oh my god, this guy got absolutely bodied. If the game dev gets multiplied, does that apply, or is it just... It's Grendel with pants. Okay. The Gryffindor has the same picture as Grendel with pants, who actually looks like... Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Why do you have the red under you there? We could super protect that, I suppose, but, like, is it worth it? Can also dismiss a unit once per round, up to 3 times. I could. I sure could. Let's try this out. Protect. Is it working? Okay. Do I have to select which? But the question is, does it give the upgrade? Redacted. I don't think we necessarily should be doing that. Just give me more empty canisters. They're genuinely scaling quite well. Especially like all these bookcases are getting us the multipliers. You have ×2, you're doing 28. This sucker's doing 46. Where's our game dev? This is the game dev. Holy. Yeah, like you've done a good job when things actually get easier over the course of time. Okay. Mayday. We'll take it. All right, so that's victory on that one. So yeah, there's like a new campaign type thing. I would imagine that when we get further, prologue, ya basic. So we're in the prologue here. I mean, there's so many things that we need to unlock still. It's interesting. It was changed up in that way. Is there... I do want to take a look. Custom. Okay. Plants versus zombies. Unlocks both the plants and the undeads. I think we probably go for that, right? Unlocks common and uncommon monsters. Now, these seem a little bit more important to add to our pool, right? Tiktalek. 8 bosses. Okay. So it gets to be like more of an actual kind of run the more you're in here. All right. Okay. If adjacent to fire, transforms into a Psychic Sprout. Okay, so we're at the beginning here. Oh my god. We're at the beginning, so we can kind of plan this out. 10% chance to mark itself for destruction. Cannot be destroyed by another unit. It does 3 damage, but it's like... Do we care? Do we care about going for that right now? Probably not. I'll take it. It's better than skipping, but that... It's straight up the Pac-Man goes, okay. It's... not really the right call for like a long-term plan. Power pellet. I don't think the power pellet does anything with the ghost. Transforms each adjacent unit into the next thing in the sequence. So it's... We'll do this. Scrap metal, canister, silver, gold. We're looking for those. And the thing is, with that, a nice thing you do have is you could just go for multiple alchemists, and it wouldn't necessarily cause a problem. 50% chance to transform every human, except for priests and paladins, into a zombie after 9 deployments. Marks itself for destruction and deals +5 bonus damage. Skeleton. Everyone has a skeleton deep inside them. It's spooky and does some damage. That's all. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I think I'm going to grab the med kit to buy ourselves an extra turn here. Like, it shouldn't activate until we need it. Empty canister. Rare. Hold on. Mark adjacent water, fire, and steam for destruction. For each, increase a random deployed unit's base damage by 1. If it happens, randomly add 1 water, fire, or steam to the militia. Dude, I don't know if we have the tools. I don't know if we've unlocked the stuff yet that can utilize that. So I guess for now, I just go for the empty canister. Because it's part of our our little repertoire. And even that, I think it's going to be like a bit on the old slow side. Scrap metal, that's another one in there. Come on, Alchemist. Just be by one of them. There we go. But you don't get the damage up until next time, I guess. Do get the heal. Ghost, another Alchemist. I do, like I said, I think another Alchemist is not a bad choice. Okay. Because they both can gain the benefits of it. Our issue is, do I just die here? So you also do change gold. And gold back to scrap metal, but the gold will probably just hit somebody else. So I guess we'll go for the canister to try and, like... I guess? Do we have to use the stinking Mayday button already here? This squad ain't trash. Aegis power pallet, civilian, biologist, zombie. I mean, I guess I'll put the gold in there. I mean, the silver also can go away. Ten times your last attack's damage. I mean, we literally might have to next time, but we'll see. Maybe we got it. Maybe we're fine. Enchantress again, but I just don't have the stuff for it. Come on, somehow do 29. Oh my god. Okay, perfect. We don't have to use our Mayday button, but obviously we could have. Taken a little bit longer to get this setup off the ground, for sure. I don't know if I think it's that great. It's Sheldon. Okay. I mean, these things are getting their permanent increases, but it's just like, it's just not enough. Like, to keep on adding the scrap metal and things, it's scaling, but it's in such a slow way. The thing is, the silver doesn't get rid of itself. So that's nice or not nice, depending on what you feel. I think we take another Alchemist. We kind of just want as many as possible, right? Want like half Alchemist and half things. Okay, we're getting off the ground. Okay, we are getting off the ground. The scaling is good. If the power pellet zombie, I mean, I could just take like the barbarian or something too, but if fire is adjacent, get 9 bonus damage, mark itself for destruction, add 9 fire to your militia. Okay. So up to 64. I mean, look at all those pluses. Okay. It's online. It took a little bit. Oh my god, all those golds are absolutely going to be a problem, though. It's Bob. And by that, I mean, don't love all the gold going away. It's fine. It's fine. We could go for the strength serum. Just say okay to that. Sure. I think that a strength... Oh. It's probably worth. 13 damage there, even on the non-alchemist. 24, 22, 13. Ooh, this lad. He got some sauce. Alright. The canister is kind of nice because it's pretty early in the thing, isn't it? Yeah, scrap metal I think is the best if what we want is long-term... Okay, long-term growth. Yeah, scrap metal. It gets the most plays. Good deal, good deal. Gets the most plays without going away. But it's also kind of nice that the board does take care of itself. Left of Centaur. Okay. Okay. Sure. Improvised explosive. Do we have any, like, uncommon stuff? 2 times the damage of all deployed units. Mark itself and all adjacent units for destruction. I don't know. I just feel like we can't really go for that yet. But we could get that one unit that does protect any specific one thing we want. I think that would be completely fine. Would I prefer more alchemists, though? Like, scrap metal or more alchemists? That's the question. I'll go for another alchemist. Probably more alchemists, right? Because they're probably both hitting the same one. You're already up to 37, huh? I think that they do both hit the same one, and it does count. As... I mean, like, look at all those plus. It has to, right? How's all the silver? Silver grants silver +1 bonus damage, too, huh? Oh my god. Poor guy. Poor guy. Axe Wing. Send it. Okay, that was a pretty big jump in HP, though. Like, we're going to need to maybe pivot into some sort of, like, percentage vibe soon, I guess. But what would that be? I mean, the power pellets? I mean, you could get... I guess we could get books through the writer, I suppose. Because that eventually gives you bookshelves, which gives you two X's. So maybe we take one writer. Because one writer will eventually create bookshelves. Eventually create bookshelves. That's a metaphor. If you're anyone's struggling out there with writer's block, you'll eventually make a bookshelf. That's your goal, right? You know what? We'll get 2. We'll expedite that a little bit. It's a little bit sketchy because we might end up getting too many books, but we could grab 1. Okay, I mean, empty canister, sure. Grab 1 biologist, I guess, to keep the books in check. Well, it's going to be a long time before it's a problem, because 3, they won't create any more books if there are already 5 books. Like, the second there's 5 books, they won't make more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, it would be like... It's going to be a while, I think, before I would actually be concerned. It's interesting having you go through this process of unlocking all this stuff, because the last time I played, it was just all unlocked by default, you know? And in a way, it's like, oh, that's an overwhelming amount of stuff, kind of. But also, you know, it really... I want to express, like, there's a lot of stuff in the game I do remember. That bookshelf there? Yep. So if it's looking like we're running into a lot of the same units, it won't be that way the whole time. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's happening. The multiplicatives. You're doing 220, huh? Roman candle, pacifist. I mean, I don't think I need the game dev. The Roman candle's fine. It's just not that much either, though. Okay, we're pretty close to capping out our board. Can there actually be units in these spots? It's not something I remember being in the game before. Don't really want... Okay. At this point, I'll get a biologist to kind of keep things a little bit tighter. Because, see, we're taking a little bit more damage. We could go for power pellet, obviously, but, like, we might as well just keep going for... I mean, med kit's fine, too. But we are going to win here. Woo! We also still have our phone, if we really need to call in the big guns. Okay. mark that book. Oh my god. 4,000. Okay, yeah. The scaling. The scaling, I tell you. We have 30 things, huh? Okay, so if we have 30 things, then these spots are not... I was thinking for sure that they were usable spots because they looked like they were usable spots. Sue me. 29 total. So I think we only get stuff if it's going to be like... I think we can chill for a little bit. Just for a turn or so. Because maybe we do want the books back out. We're at 30. I'll take Alchemist, though. It just clearly has to do with what we're setting up for. Oh, the bookshelves got destroyed because they weren't by humans for 3 turns? Really? Really? Okay. It's taking a little bit longer to clear these things out than I thought. You could obviously get the grenade. Okay. Cycle them. I think we maybe have, like, one too many writers, right? 31? We have 1 biologist. Do we not have a writer? +1 base damage for each, randomly duplicates 1 transformed unit. Am I mistaken? I thought we... Where is our writer? I thought we had... Did they die somehow? Huh. After generating 10, marks this out for destruction. That's why. Okay. All right. There's just so much to the text, you know? We're at 27. Starting to trim itself down a little bit here. Medkit, good enough. I mean, it buys us a little bit more time to get some scaling in, too. But, like, losing those bookshelves is obviously problematic. Strength serum. Sure. I mean, we will be fine. So now we're running empties. But we're actually not, because we just also replaced it. It's wild. This is a weird setup. Like the fact that the alchemists, they do at least, they refund themselves. How many? We have 2 books. Let's try and get that 3rd one, but nope. Gonna destroy them. All right. Holy, do I have a chance? I think I do, actually. As tight as it kind of is. Oh, weird. Everything all just finally went away. Randomly duplicate 1 transformed unit. Wow. It finally hit us bad. That's what I was thinking was going to happen earlier. I'm just surprised it didn't happen yet. You know, like we can hit the 10x on this. Since we were able to save it, we can be fine. Like the second we get 1 pretty nice setup, like I could send the ×10 and we already win this one. But I would say it's the messiest of the builds. Like, they scale, and they kind of do... They even, like, self-supply themselves with more... Obviously, we get the... Can we press that before we get the other one? Power pellet. Oh, of course. 700... I mean... Mayday. Just shoot. Just shoot. Okay, we've done it. We've done it. It was tighter than it should have been. But we've unlocked plants and undead. Terrains and structures. 3 bosses. 8 bosses. I see. So this is round 3. You need 411. Okay. Roughly the same there. All right, let's do. We'll run the 3. Is it still prologue? Yeah, these are all still prologues. Holy. I have a hunch. Okay. All right, let's try. We'll try and do something different here at the very least. %7 chance to mark yourself for destruction, transforms adjacent fire into steam. So yeah, we could not get the steam. We needed water for it. %7 chance to mark itself for destruction, transforms adjacent fire into steam, and marks itself for destruction. Grants +1 bonus to plants. It's not very good. It's not very good on its own. If adjacent to fire, transforms into adjacent to water, transforms into a Venus flytrap. Let's give that a look. We're going to have to... We might even need to use the call on... Oh my god, 7% and you've failed already? Come on. Come on. I don't know what to say. This is just... This seems so bad. For another seed pod, I'd say. Let's try and lean that route. Please do not... Okay, good. All right, what's the Venus flytrap do? Because we might need to use our stinking phone. Transforms into a Venus man trap after 5 turns. So it just does 3 damage. That's the gimmick of it right now. I could get the Roman candle just to, like, do more. Don't really want to get the steam. The Idol of the Dead gets us a little bit of value now. Like, well, you know, it'll fill up our squad a little bit faster, which is not really that good. But I do kind of need just more. Otherwise, this just falls apart. But losing that water super early, yeah, this seems really bad. Okay. Do I even want to use the phone to save this attempt? It just seems terrible. Deals damage equal to the total number of humans, zombies, and mutants ever marked for destruction this run. Okay. That is suddenly interesting. But, like, we will also need to, like, annoyingly do this. Because the water build angle seems just bad right now. It's Scorpion. This would be better in a more, like, long-term thing. So something that destroys skeletons is not a bad call. Which alter? Transforms adjacent priests into paladins. Generate 2 to 4 hellhounds, marking itself for destruction after doing this 5 times. Oops. I wanted to click to see what the hellhounds were. Holy... They are demons. So I don't think that that's... Yeah, that was not one of the things in there. Doubles the damage of each adjacent hellhound. After 8 deployments, it... I mean, it's gonna work. So those humans did just die. That's from what? The Venus man trap? Marks every adjacent human for destruction, permanently increasing its base damage by that human's. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so the Venus man traps are actually going to be the way to... I mean, it's just going to be a demon dog route, right? Barbarian. We could just grab that to upgrade our Venus man trap, I suppose. Man traps, plural. This is only doing 3. Like, it's not crazy, but we have kind of stabilized at least a little bit. The priest can kill the skeletons, but it also dies to the Venus man trap. Just want to get the highest number I can out of this sucker. Though I don't think it's going to be very good. When deployed, the next boss will start with 50% of its normal health. I mean, that's just a win then, isn't it? That's just going to be a win on the next one because it's going to be even easier than this one was. Okay, the Hellhound portal's also gone. Which, okay. You know, it's burying the lead. These guys are doing... enough to one-shot. We didn't even need to reduce the health. I remember the Hellhounds being good, but it's like, yeah, you know, the plan of what you want to try and make good versus what just is good because it was an epic. These eventually go away, but yeehaw, we did it. Terrain and structure unlocked. Yeah, it's interesting to pivot into this kind of campaign focus. I believe, let me double check. On the Steam page, it says how many. I think it was 75? There's 75 missions and a new custom mode. But I wonder, so for the campaign, if you get, like, over here, yeah, or something, you know, you cross the country a little bit more. Each time you click, it's going to be a little bit more like just a normal run, right? Yeah. Because we don't have rare, very rare humans. It seems like you'll unlock them pretty fast, though, right? Unlock the rest of the beasts. Rare and very rare. Yeah, it's like the prologue is just for unlocking more stuff so that you're not getting overwhelmed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 7 more. I don't think it's going to be, like, if you're playing this, it's not going to take that long or anything. It's just because I had already played and I was more familiar, like, a little bit familiar with the stuff. Obviously not familiar enough to know, like, there's a lot of text. There's a lot of text. On the draft select screen, there's a lot you have to take in, which is not really a problem. It's good, probably, because it means that there's a lot of kind of different weird interactions. But it also does mean you're going to miss sometimes, like, the extra line of text that says, after it does this thing, X times destroy self or something like that. Like, it'll be easy to miss those things, unless you want to spend a long time reading every single time for the first little while. But that does mean that something like this, like, taking a little bit longer to unlock each thing is going to help with that. There's going to be less of it. So... probably a net improvement, but it is kind of weird. It's like, is it even still? Yeah, it's still a roguelike. It's just kind of a little bit different, but the game always was. Alas, though, that is that. This is going to do it here for today. This has been Million Monster Militia, out now in 1.0. Still as bizarre as ever, man. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Check out the channel for roguelikes and more every single day. If it's a genre you're into, this is a channel you should be subscribed to. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.